Yeah, we certainly look forward to it.
Yep. So
take us through the start.
And five lights are out, and then slides out, and away we go. Tanish gets an insane start, and Abappan gets lot of wheel spin in the line, and it's the two Renaults, and Anirudh right down the inside of the Tanish, tries to stick around the outside, and there's contact between the two. The Tanish loses the rear, but the second Renault of Abhi goes right round the outside of Tanish, and it's a Renault 1-2. What have we seen here? Is everything is just flipped, isn't it, Black Sheep?
Yeah, Burpan had a horrid start, just didn't get away well. Tanish got away well, but I think he was too focused on going around a Burpan. Tanish is just struggling to find a way past him, and all of this is not helping the fact that he's on the softer compound. As well, he's got Chris Pine just behind him.
Will he stick it down the inside? And no, he tries to cut. What happened to Abhi? I think he loses 2 positions there. Oh, I think it's an illegal overtake from. Yep, exactly. I think that might have been an illegal overtake by. Abhi hits Tanish.
I don't think that was illegal. I don't think that was illegal.
Yeah, it was. He's letting him by. If I'm right there, I think that was. I think he cut the corner and got the overtake on Abhi.
So his tires are 17% more, while Abhi's tires are 30%. So he has
we've
less
got the
time.
Ferrari retiring. I'm so sorry to cut you off. Harry Rock has retired from the race.
SPC, and I think that's a Mercedes of Altair going round the outside into turn 1. And yeah, I think there's 2 packs forming with the top 4 just out of contention. And I think Tanish put a move on Abhi, if I'm not wrong, if we missed the overtake. But yeah, I think Tanish is got by Abhi.
Yeah, I think
Vinay tries to go right around the outside, but yeah, fails on the move and goes round, and yeah.
That's the reason why he is falling back by so much time.
Tanish tries to go right round the outside of Chris Boy, but yeah, that's very, very tough. That's a tough luck for Abhi. And Tanish sends it round the inside.
Dives in, gets the move done, but Chris Boy just sticks it in there.
Oh, there's contact, and the contact model of the game nearly spun Chris Boy, but yeah, I think he lives to fight another day, Black Sheep. I think this will be a straight DRS overtake, isn't it, Black Sheep? Can take us through the overtake.
Yeah, let's see if he goes around the inside or the outside. Weaves a little bit, takes the outside line. Key here is to brake as late as possible. Both give enough room to each other. Tanish is struggling to get that inside line, but I think it just occupies the right part of the track to not give the position up. This is great defending from Anirudh.
Yep, brilliant defending. I think just giving just enough room on the inside, and yeah, closing the door was needed. I think that's all fair, if I may say so. And yeah, I think it's going to go on for the next lap as well. And let's see if Anirudh can defend this with a much more grip that Tanish is getting from the soft tires.
Yeah, these soft tires now, I think in the next 3 to 5 laps will be coming to the end of their life. So if Tanish wants to make a move, he's got to do it quicker than later.
If I'm not wrong, I think Altair just passed Abhi 19 climbing up the hill, and yeah, that's an insane move right there. We missed it, unfortunately, but
yeah, we've got a retirement ghost.
He spins it again at the same corner. Oh no!
He crashed exactly at the same spot where he crashed in qualifying, and that's finally brought out a safety car. And this is played fantastically for Tanish. He doesn't have to.
I think everyone.
I
think they all can go to hards, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, everybody is now going to be moving on to probably the hard tire. So I think Tanish is probably the biggest winner here.
Yep, definitely. I think this is going to be a straight fight to the finish, if I'm not wrong.
We're on lap 16. 3 laps after safety car came in, and DRS is on. Tanish is extremely close to the back of Anirudh. He's a tenth close to him, takes the inside line. That looked quite comfortable at first, but
squeezes him and
into the corner when you go uphill. And I do personally think that staying on the tarmac tends to give you slightly better grip on the entry onto the pit straight. That certainly seems to be the case. Tanish is just not able to, even though he's that couple of tenths behind him with DRS. That certainly helps him.
The side by side into turn 3.
Tanish just gives a little bit of nudge. You're not coming back in this time around, but Anirudh just barges back down, squeezes him back into that very dangerous. This is not a position I would personally like to be in. Going uphill here, it's very tricky, and you can see how Tanish is struggling to keep the car straight. Anirudh doing everything possible in trying to keep Tanish behind in desperation.
Inch perfect, like there's a millimeter gap between the two wheels, and Tanish sends it right down the inside and tries to hamper Anirudh's line, but there's nothing doing there, and Anirudh still ahead of Tanish.
Anirudh had the wider line there, he had the better exit. Tanish must be so desperate. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think
his head how frustrated he would be. I certainly would be very frustrated to
I think
lap after lap be a tenth behind somebody.
got a much better exit here. Yeah, I think this will be a much easier move, if I may say so. But Anirudh keeps it down the inside and they banks wheels, and yeah, I think that Tanish gets it done. But, yep.
Yeah, going right off Anirudh though, he's going to have the DRS coming down the straight. Tanish preempts that, defends the inside well in advance to indicate there's no way he's coming through that.
But look,
Coming to sort of that point where they're approaching the cliff. A lot of wheel banking to be going on.
yeah, that's some unnecessary wheel banging going on right there. Yep.
Yeah, and just follow a straight line, guys.
Yeah, you have to squeeze it into the turbo, but yeah, I think that's what it is. When Abhi, I think, gets it right down the outside of turbo, and we see it's battle for the lead again, and the Tanish gets a clean move down the inside of Anirudh.
Yeah, this is where Anirudh is that much closer to Tanish. Tanish defends the outside. I think looking for that turn 2 defense, diving down, even if he does lose a position coming up to turn 1. But Anirudh, with so much power on the ERS, just able to breeze past. I think he calculated that perfectly, staying back, staying within DRS for the last few laps, saving up on ERS. 6 laps to go. Let's not forget.
Yep, definitely. Anything can happen. Yep, anything can happen. Oh, I think he makes a mistake there.
I'm not sure if it was Anirudh breaking early that unsettled Tanish, or Tanish just broke very, very late there. Came out, so their tyres are pretty much exactly the same life.
Yep, I think there's a battle between the Alfa Romeos right now. And
Teammates, yeah. I think it was less of a battle, or if not so much, him just absolutely losing it going uphill.
Yep, I think Matsumasa has done very good to get it back, but Soam loses it at the exit, and that gives the position back to Masu.
So their tyres are pretty much exactly the same life.
Yep, I think there's a battle between the Alfa Romeos right now. And
Teammates, yeah. I think it was less of a battle, or if not so much, him just absolutely losing it going uphill.
Yep, I think Matsumasa has done very good to get it back, but Soam loses it at the exit, and that gives the position back to Masu.
This time around, Tanish seems to have a little bit more power left, and he's that much closer. He may well get Anirudh on the entry to turn 1. They're going side by side, both giving enough space to each other. Anirudh just doing a fabulous job in placing his car right at the point of the track where he knows it's going to prevent Tanish from turning in. But we're now approaching the final section of the track, the run up to the pit straight. Tanish has saved up all of his ERS for this, and he's now that much closer to Anirudh.
This will be spicy there because it's a drag race.
Switching. Tanish on the inside.
I think that's a photo finish and a half, but I think Tanish had more penalties. I think he did cross ahead of Anirudh, given that time. And
brilliant job. Thanks from Renault. We are the champions. We are the champions.
Race, and that's definitely insane scenes.